you've worked with so many wine brands at this point that I'm curious to know your perspective on, for scaling a brand, right? There's the early success, right? So what makes it start to go viral? But beyond that point, what else is the most difficult part of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's some of the decisions you have to make as you scale in terms of saying no. I think you've heard this adage many times. It's a lot easier to say no than it is yes. And you have to stay true to who you are as an overall brand. And by that, I mean, no compromises on your quality, making sure your pricing guardrails stay the same across the board, because you could chase volume all you want by lowering the price. You got to make sure that you don't do that. That's one of the hardest things. And then, if you enter into one time lapse versus a year ago because you had a one time event, to make sure that you don't, sacrifice long term gain for making sure that you deliver against that short term need of lapping that number. I think those are hardest things to realize. The last thing I would say is making sure that there's not a ton of scope creep and just doing line extensions for the sake of line extensions, just because you're going to chase some new product volume. It's really important that it's tied to your overall business. It makes sense for the brand and stays true to who you are.